Oh, Frank, big win for you guys tonight. Just kind of take us through, what it was like getting that playoff action and the big win.
Yeah, I think it was an exciting week, right? You kind of prepare for this all year, and like I kind of said to the boys earlier, the regular season kind of flew by. We had a lot of success, and in a single elimination game, anything can happen. So there's kind of a lot on the line, and we played a pretty complete game for the most part. There was a couple hiccups, but I thought we did our job tonight, and you see the results on the scoreboard.
For a young team that a lot of guys on that roster have been through a playoff game in the National Lacrosse League, you have a performance and a showing like that where you guys overcome adversity multiple amount of times. Just what was that like from your perspective?
Yeah, I think it just builds confidence, right? I think 6 years is a long time for a team not to be in the playoffs. Obviously, I wasn't here for all that, but to be part of kind of disappointment last year and to see how far we've kind of grown over the last year, it's nice to feel, and we're a confident bunch, right? We're playing for each other, and I think that's what it's all about now.
Final buzz where you're pounding your chest along with the fans, have a moment like that.
Yeah, I think it's funny, right? When I'm back home and sometimes I'm feeding my baby a bottle, I'll go, pound your chest, Saskatchewan, and I'm doing the hand thing with her, and my wife's giving me a hard time, but I want to see the crowd get engaged, right? Like I've said before, there's been 16,000 people in this arena before, and that's what we kind of need. It's what we feed off of. There's a great crowd here tonight, but I just want to let them know that, we know they're here when they're cheering for us.
Take us through, especially that third quarter. I mean, Georgia's pressing out of halftime. You come up with some huge 10-bell saves. Just what was it like, especially in that quarter where you're kind of under siege a little bit, but you're able to come up with some of your big saves this season?
Yeah, I think they threw everything at us, especially early on. Like you saw it in the first 5 minutes there, they came out with a hot start. So it was important for us to come out in the third and try and, punch them in the face a bit. Obviously, they got a couple quick ones, but we were able to settle down. And then personally, I just like to be calm in there. And I think the guys feed off of that a lot, right? Especially when I can just make a couple saves and, especially get a save and then we get a goal. That's super important in this league. So that's something that I'm kind of working on.
5-minute PK is never an easy thing to tackle in this league. How is this team able to come out on the other side of it?
Yeah, it's tough, right? I'm not going to question the referee's decision at all. Obviously, we'll take it, and it's tough, but myself and the short man, we're super confident in ourselves, and we kind of know what's at stake, and we like to challenge ourselves on trying to keep the ball out of our net. And unfortunately, I think they missed one on us. Manzi took one right across the chin, but fair enough. The game's fast, and we're just working super hard there on the short man.
You had one save in particular tonight. Was that your best save of your life?
The one with the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was watching out for me, I don't know. You always like to try and track the ball the best you could, so I made a save, and then I saw the rebound kind of end up right in his stick, and I just kind of, threw my stick up there. Luckily, I was able to get a piece of it, and that was kind of a big swing there because I think that might have tied the game, and then we ended up scoring. So that's this league, right? It's super funny how momentum kind of shifts, but for the most part, we were on the right side of it tonight.
This team getting into the Final Four of the National Lacrosse League, you look at the previous few seasons just on the cusp of getting into the playoffs, but it really seems like there's been a switch flip this year in terms of that championship mindset. What have you seen over the evolution of the season like that, and especially now ramping up to the semifinals?
Guys are growing, right? We got a lot of young guys, but we have some old guys that have kind of been there and got it done, that were part of this franchise from the beginning, right? And we kind of feed off of that. I throw some of my leadership and experience into that as well, but our young guys are super confident, and hey, we feed off of each other, especially when we know our backs are against the wall. You might not see the guy next week if you lose that game, which is super difficult all week. You try to think about it, you know what's on the line, but at the end of the day, you just got to dig in, right? It's one game. We've all done it before. It's just a lacrosse game. We got to get through it, play a full 60 minutes, and for the most part, we did do that tonight, so it's nice to see.